So you got the memo I'm moving in, right?
Yeah, well, we've got plenty of space.
A little over 2 years ago, my friend Betsy bought a cheap old house for $18,000. I flew from Seattle to Wheeling, West Virginia, a cute little town situated right along the Ohio River. I filmed a video about it, and it did a little bit better than I expected. Now fast forward to today. Her renovation is just about complete, and we're gonna check out what her house looks like. If you're new here, hi, I'm Monica Church, the traveling realtor. When I'm not selling homes in Seattle, Washington, I am exploring the country and learning about the real estate to report it back to you. If that's something that interests you, be sure to subscribe to this channel. For the YouTube algorithm's sake, you guys, please give this video a thumbs up and comment below. Hello! So what's new?
Lots of things. When you were here last year, just the end of these 4 townhomes were vacant, and now one woman bought 2 of them. Cool. And then the 4th one just sold.
So you got the memo I'm moving in, right?
Yeah, well, we've got plenty of space.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
All right, so this is the house. It's lived in. I got in the house, we finished the construction, we haven't finished the decorating, so you'll see, it's a work in progress still.
So crazy, it's like been 2 years, but it feels like just yesterday.
This is my house in East Wheeling, one of my favorite neighborhoods in the city.
It absolutely does. Yeah. I feel like I blinked and it was 2 years, got a lot done, I still have more to do.
Yeah. Let's give the viewers a quick refresher. When did you close on this house?
I closed May 29th, 2020.
And now it's September something rather 2022.
Yes. All right.
Show me around.
Let's go. We'll kind of go this way. So you saw the hall.
Yes.
This was pretty crumbly 2 years ago. We ran all new gas lines to all the fireplaces in the house, so all the fireplaces work. The stained glass is a big thing. So all of those windows, well, I guess windows.
Were those there before?
No.
What's been your favorite day in the house so far?
Oh gosh, that's such a good question. I don't know. There've been a couple special things.
Every day.
No. My friend Kelly made custom stained glass for over the front door, and I didn't see it until she was putting it into the house, and so I cried like a baby then. And over here is our first draft of what we wanted it to look like. So she drew that up, and we scribbled all of our notes on it. Okay, this is the living room. This looks pretty gross last time you were here as well.
This coffee table is so cool.
God, thank you. I would say it's a healthy mix of thrifted, vintage, auctions, and then some new stuff. The coffee table is vintage. I think I got it on Facebook Marketplace for like 30 bucks. The light fixture, I think when you were here, there was some period appropriate but not original to the house chandeliers. The stuff that if you picked the house up and shook it and it would fall out, I feel totally comfortable changing.
And then I remember last time you were very excited for come Christmas, the Christmas tree. Did it go here?
It went there. It went all the way up to the ceiling. It was so beautiful.
Oh, it's so
I just
cool.
Stared at it for a month. This is the dining room. It has a stack of lumber in it because I'm working on the kitchen and needed to do a little cabinet stuff. So this is where it's stored.
Can you break down the finances? Everyone knows you bought it for $18,000. You got a loan. Where are you at now?
Yes, so the house, I bought it for $18,500 and I took a $25,000 third-party loan from a local preservation organization and used that as the down payment on a $100,000 construction loan. So I had $125,000 all in, all the windows, the roof, the gutters, the system, the structural repairs, walls, floors, ceilings, wiring, things like that. That was all $125,000.
The boring stuff.
The boring stuff. So after that point, when I was able to move in, we refinanced to move that construction loan into a mortgage. After those improvements, it appraised for about $155,000 as is. And as is was nice, I was living in it at that point, but it did not have a state-of-the-art kitchen. With a kitchen, they did another as completed appraisal that was anticipated to come back at $202,000. And so I gave myself about $30,000 additional to do the kitchen of my dreams.
So all in, you've spent $155,000.
Yeah.
Do you spend a lot of time in here?
I do. I love this dining room. This table I had built when I was working at Montpelier, the home of James Madison. And so this table is built from barn boards from one of their horse barns. You can read the history of the building. So these are circular saw marks that dates to a certain point. This is not the fireplace that was on this wall when you were here.
Oh, I wouldn't have known.
No, they all look pretty similar.
Yeah.
But this one was in about 50 pieces in the kitchen closet. So we knew, because of a note that was written on the back of one of those tiles that went with the other fireplace mantle that said McLean House front bedroom. We put it together the best we could. It's not perfect. There are some pieces missing, but it's back in its rightful home. And then we carried the, I don't even know how many pound one upstairs and put it back in the bedrooms.
And the church windows.
Yeah, the church windows, nothing new has happened to them other than they've been cleaned.
All right, I want to see the kitchen.
Yes, so the kitchen is really exciting because the cabinets just went in last week.
Oh my gosh.
So.
It's so pretty.
Thank you. I really love it. But the kitchen, if you remember, looked very different. It was the worst room in the house. Well, who's to say what was the worst room in the house, but it was rough. This corner of the house was like collapsing. Pieces of the ceiling were missing. This is original cabinetry from the butler's pantry, so just on the other side of that wall. And it's the only piece of original cabinetry we have for the kitchen or butler area. And I wanted it to kind of be the showpiece of the kitchen. All of the cabinets still need to be painted. I haven't decided what color to paint them yet. And that's why I haven't even taken the stuff off yet because I haven't painted. So if you remember, this was a wall. I think the plan in here is actually to cut in, starting here, the whole way up, all the way here, the whole way back, to create one straight wall to hang a full set of pantry cabinets on. And so we took the whole wall out to put it back in, but build the most of the mass back with cabinetry.
And then you have this, I'm assuming after you paint the cabinets, this is going in, or does it stay right here?
Oh, yeah, this is fun. It just hangs on the wall for storage. So it slides super well. I've got tons of storage up here. I wanted a pot filler, we did that.
How hard was it to decide on a wallpaper?
Very hard. Very, very hard.
I remember I voted on one. I don't remember what I voted on, but I like what you picked.
Thank you. I like it too. With the ceiling, we were missing a lot of it. And so what we had to do was recast pieces with this material. And what this is, fiberglass mesh mat. And you take down a tile and then you pour kind of like an epoxy resin consolidant in, and that's what this like clear plasticky stuff is.
Got it.
And then you let it sit for half hour or so and then pop it out, and what you get is a mold. Once you have the replica, you just fit it in with the pieces. And so like that corner over there, or even this one in the center, and we had to do it because no one is replicating these tiles.
Wait, which one is I don't even know if I'd be able to tell.
You probably can't, because I have to look really closely.
You know, you could create like an Etsy shop selling these.
I never want to do this again. If I'm being honest, I never want to deal with this ceiling again. We fenced the yard in for Marshall. Most of my time is spent out here just in this little area, and everyone asks about the mini house, and I will show the total state of chaos that is the mini house.
People pay good money for storage space.
It's an invaluable functional space. It's funny, the first year I would say I was doing 99% of all the work that was happening here.
Yeah. I mean, you did a lot of this work yourself. You also have a full-time job. Where were you finding the time to carve out to work on the house?
I would come here early in the morning, work for about 4 hours, get back to my apartment, do my day job, come back in the evening, work for 4 or 5 more hours. So I could get 2 full-time jobs in.
The little powder bath.
This is the little powder bath. Wallpapered it. I always knew I wanted some crazy wallpaper. I picked this because in the Ohio Valley, in the spring, it is so beautiful and it is so vibrant, and particularly like purple and bright green. I didn't pick this because it was trendy. I didn't pick it because I saw it on Pinterest. I picked it because it reminded me of something that has like a visceral reaction in me. And I think that that's another great way to pick things. Like I'm never gonna not like the first signs of spring in the Ohio Valley. I might not like the bird wallpaper that I looked at because it was in vogue. I have not refinished these stairs yet.
Okay.
This is the primary bedroom. If you remember, this was like the scariest.
Oh, it was crazy.
Space. This was where like
bricks were falling, right?
Bricks were falling. So this is definitely the room with the most evidence of structural damage.
Yeah.
I think I just heard a bird or a bat or something.
I think when you were here last time, I said this was going to be an office,
But this is definitely gonna be an office.
which it is not.
It's change of plans.
Change of plans. I really wanted a big king-sized bed, and then this whole space is just for lounging, watching TV.
This stays, right?
Yeah, so the wallpaper, I think there's like 7 or 8 layers. The very oldest one, as far as I can tell, is that blue with the kind of like leaf pattern, which of course is my favorite and it's the hardest one to see. I keep saying I want to do a little bit of like strategic archaeology on it and peel away some layers. And then once I have that the way I want it, I'll seal it.
I see.
So we'll just peek in here.
What % done would you say you're about at?
Done, as in can you use the space versus am I happy with it?
Yeah.
It's probably 75% done usable and like 30% done I'm happy with. This is the last room that'll be finished because it has really good access to the 3rd floor and I need to run electric. So this is the bathroom. This was the room that this paneling was all original in here.
Yeah.
The walls are all nasty and falling in. And it was like, kind of like creamy dirt colored. This was just like an open empty box. This will be white tile, white hex on the ground. And so it wasn't too bad. This was one of the 3 rooms that we had to complete for the show. And so my mom and I were wallpapering this room until like 4 in the morning.
So much has changed in the last 2 years. Your life has changed a lot too, right? You've been on TV.
So that I never could have anticipated. And that is probably the one thing that, you know, slowed my construction schedule down a little bit. And between the exposure that the house got with you and with the Magnolia Network and some of the news outlets that just picked up.
Betsy Sweeney is the Director of Programming for Wheeling Heritage. Her restoration project of her East Wheeling Victorian home will be featured in a new television series called In With the Old.
That's been crazy. The fact that people have moved here and bought houses here because they saw Wheeling online has been amazing. You know, with that, the blog, the Instagram, my consulting services, all that ramped up at a speed I never would have anticipated. The seams are not as good in here. We were exhausted. She just had knee surgery and we were just like, we gotta finish. It's still very dusty. And it looks really the same as, there's one big expensive change.
HVAC.
Yep, we've got one very expensive improvement that made living here possible.
Heat. Is there AC too?
Heat and AC.
Wow.
And then this is just storage right now. That's the house. Obviously, we've got a few more things to tie up with this house. My goal is to move on to the next space, you know, within the year. I don't know if that's a house for someone, a house that I plan to put on the market myself, commercial space, like it's just gotta make sense. But I wanna continue into the historic rehabs and maybe bigger developments down the line.
Thank you so much again for letting me into your home. I still can't believe to this day you did respond to my Instagram message.
Everyone is welcome. I'm happy to have you.
You know, there's a fair amount of comments of people that were like, there's no way she's ever gonna finish it. What do you have to say to those people that doubted you?
I mean, I wish I could say, oh, there was a time where I thought maybe I'd give up, but there wasn't. I love this house. Like, you just gotta be prepared. I don't know what else to say.
If you don't want this video to be over, then be sure to subscribe to my channel because I will have another video all about the city of Wheeling coming out very soon. Also, go follow Betsy. She is one of the coolest people that I know. She's doing so many amazing things for her community. She's starting a consulting business, so if you're interested in renovating a cheap old house, she's a really great resource. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.